The Mega Deck Challenge is right around the corner, and when you're seeing this video, it's actually going to be out. Once out, you basically need to build a deck consisting of 18 cards and make sure, of course, that they are from your collection. Every single person playing in this challenge will have different cards in their collection, so today's video is not very easy for me. Normally, I can make a video, make a deck, and have it absolutely crushed, but in this time, we really can't make one deck because obviously, there's no guarantee everyone's gonna have these cards. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna be showing you guys the best deck I believe you can use, which hopefully you'll have a lot of the cards for, but if not, we're gonna show you guys some of the best cards you can use that you're going to want to include in each of your mega decks, assuming you have these cards. Quickly, before getting into the action on how you can beat the challenge, definitely make sure to subscribe and use Code Diddy in the shop if you'd like to support the channel. And of course, guys, if you aren't gonna use my code, just make sure you use at least some creators code to make sure you're supporting all the creators out there. Towards the end of the video, I'm gonna show you guys my decks that I'm going to be taking, and basically these are 3 different variations that will all come together and blend very nicely into one cohesive deck in order to absolutely destroy opponents. Now what we're looking at over here to my right is some of the cards that are going to be best for this challenge. Not only are they some of the strongest cards in the game, but they're some of the most versatile as well. For example, the Mother Witch can be used in such a wide range of cards to counter them completely, meaning pretty much any sort of swarm card, which they are very popular in this current meta, by the way. She's going to absolutely shut them down, so using the Mother Witch in this challenge is going to be a very good idea if you do have her. Make sure, of course, to keep in mind that the balance of your deck is going to matter a lot. You're not going to want a bunch of heavy cards. You also don't want your deck to be too cheap. You're going to need some tanks. You're going to need some win conditions. You're going to need some ways in order to spell your opponents down. Something I would definitely recommend is the Fireball and Log. If you have either of these cards in your deck, definitely make sure to throw them into your decks, guys. They're going to be some of the best and most used cards in the game. Definitely bring guards if you can. There's going to be a lot of P.E.K.K.A.s, Inferno Dragons, Miners, all sorts of stuff. The guards are going to be absolutely great again. Electro Spirit's going to be an awesome cycle card for this challenge. Same with one unit Skeletons. The P.E.K.K.A., of course, being so strong in this current meta, you're going to want to take the P.E.K.K.A. The Mega Knight, dude, so much value coming down. Obviously, if you see the Royal Hogs, if you see Royal Recruits, if you see anything, the Mega Knight's really going to do a fantastic job. The Inferno Dragon's going to be absolutely fantastic as well, guys. If you see Balloons, if you see Lumberjacks, if you see Golems, Inferno Dragon's always putting in some awesome value. So that has been the first 6 of 18 cards. We're going to show you guys that you definitely need to include in your decks if you have them in your collection. Next 6 here are going to be a little bit more spam and support cards. Now, the Electro Wizard on defense, going to be phenomenal. Same with the Hunter here if you don't have him included. The Valkyrie going to be one of the better cards in the entire game right now in terms of tanking, in terms of defense, alongside the Cannon card, guys. If you have the Cannon card, definitely use that card. Flying Machine's really awesome because it's so ranged. It can oftentimes get so much value. The Dark Goblin, the Goblin Barrel, the Skeleton Barrel, all super fast, efficient, and effective bait cards in the current meta. Once again, the Fireball and Log going to absolutely crush for you. And the final 6 cards I'm going to say you're going to need to include are going to be the Miner, if you have him. The Rascals, they're incredibly good right now. The Bowler, in terms of defense, this man's is crazy. The Goblin Cage makes a great building in this challenge, and of course, going to be super tanky and super high DP as a very good card in the current meta. Mega Minion's great against air counters. The Royal Recruits can, of course, swarm and overwhelm those champions. The Bomber does a really good amount of splash damage for just 2 elixir, and the Bats in the air are going to be absolutely fantastic. So now that we've gone through quickly how these cards are going to stack up against each other, those are the cards you're going to really want to focus on and put in your decks. I personally am going to be using a mashup of Logbait, the P.E.K.K.A., Dark Prince, Skeleton Barrel deck here with the Hog Rider as another win condition, and finally the Royal Hogs and Royal Recruits. The trifecta here being Logbait being incredibly strong and versatile in this current meta. The P.E.K.K.A. will shut down other tank busters. The Dark Prince is another ground tank. You have the arrows in order to destroy other units. The Skeleton Barrel, the Dark Goblin, adding some more bait in here alongside the Skeleton Army. The Goblin Cage is going to be an awesome building in this deck, and the Hog Rider is a backup win condition. People are not going to be ready for this type of synergy. Not to mention the Royal Hogs, the Royal Recruits, the Zappies, Flying Machine, Bomber, Mega Minion, and Magic Archer on top of it all with the Barbarian Barrel. All of these decks together are going to be absolutely crazy, so I would go for some sort of variation with that. The deck I'm going to be using once again is the Logbait, the Skeleton Barrel P.E.K.K.A., and the Royal Recruits Flying Machine Royal Hogs deck, guys. These decks in combination are going to be incredibly strong, so I highly encourage you guys to use them in this challenge. Unfortunately, we cannot play with the Mega Deck, so we're just going to go into a ladder match here and show you guys exactly why Logbait is so good in this current meta. We are in our match against King Jabby. Let's get this going here, and we see the minions. Truly might not be the best of things to see, assuming he has like some sort of Lava Hound deck here, but maybe he doesn't. We'll find out. A level 13 though, we're a level 14. We should be all good. Let's go ahead and rocket this. We're going to want to take out any sort of knight which we can. If it is Golem, we should have no problems here. We have the rocket, we have the Inferno Tower, Logbait going to be absolutely fantastic. And think about it, guys, if this was the challenge, I mean, we would legitimately have P.E.K.K.A, we would have all of these other sort of swarms, so we would absolutely dominate here, and we're gonna push up, knowing that he just spent all of his elixir. We defended the skeleton army with literally just 1 elixir, so he goes with an Electro Wizard here. Still not gonna be the best for him. We're gonna be able to do so much damage, nearly taking that entire tower, and truthfully, we get that tower in rocket range. That is just absolutely what you love to see. So we're going to go with our minion. Okay, he goes with his minions. We're going to go with our Electro Spirit. We're going to make sure we kill this Electro Wizard first, because once the Electro Wizard dies, I mean, he's going to not really be able to deal with our Infernal Tower. The Golem's going to get absolutely fried here, and although the Electro Wizard did get some hits, guys, we are absolutely chilling, and all we have to do is defend. I mean, this is why Logbait is so good and effective in this meta. Defense and control is something this deck really does thrive at. Overall, we will go ahead and toss down our Goblin Whale in the front, knowing he has Skarmy. He very well might Skarmy the back here. Even if he does, we're really not going to waste any more elixir. We're going to let that tower go down, and we're going to be patient, because obviously we know we have the upper hand. We're going to continuously cycle more and more Inferno Towers, and if he goes with anything crazy here, we're going to be sitting in a good position. So the Inferno Tower, going to destroy him. Let's just cycle a Valkyrie. If he goes with an Electro Wizard behind the Golem, or a Skarmy, or a Minions in the middle, there's nothing that's going to be able to be done. Let's go ahead and go with the Princess in the back. Let's go ahead and rocket this Electro Wizard, hopefully hitting a Lumberjack as well, I guess. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Let's go ahead and go with our skeletons. Let's go with our really shallow Inferno Tower. He goes with the arrows, which are going to be somewhat effective, but we can once again just outcycle him here, go with another Princess, and this is pretty much nothing he can do. Golem Clone can actually be very, very tough to win against sometimes, but here, Logbait's going to have the upper hand. Despite him having arrows, we played this one really well. So we see another Golem coming down in desperation here. He's really trying to get something done. I don't think he's got any sort of reset for our Inferno Tower, guys, so the entire Golem gets cooked up. Valkyrie's crushing, the Princess survives, there is nothing he can do, and the arrows come down. He's gonna say good game, and with 17 seconds left, he's already given us the GG's, guys. That's what you like to see. Against these Golem players, you gotta make sure you always are beating them, so he's not gonna give up entirely, but it's pretty much over. I mean, you can see, absolutely crushing with today's deck. I know we couldn't go as in-depth as we normally do on these challenge videos, but hopefully this does help you guys win in the challenge. Overall, hopefully you did enjoy. So thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. Have a fantastic day. Master Diddy San out.